I love a good thrift store bargain find and sharing them with you. Today, we are combining thrifted items with Dollar Tree supplies to create some amazing outdoor DIYs. I also found an amazing antique that you will not believe. But first, welcome. I'm Shannon from TheDailyDIYer.com. Now let's flip this first thrifted item. I promised I'd share this in my last thrift flip video, so here it is. I'm actually going to be doing two thrifts in one. Let's start with the corks from the inside of this milk bottle that was only $2.79. So of course you're going to need some corks. Maybe you have some laying around the house. Hit the thrift store, see if you can find some. If not, I will link some from Amazon down in the description box below if you want to recreate this project. We're going to select some of the corks that are more plain and don't have a ton of writing on them. And we're going to turn these into really simple but cute garden markers. And all you need to do this is, of course, your corks and a permanent marker, and just write on the corks with the marker whatever plant you're going to be marking. You're also going to need some bamboo barbecue skewers. You can find these at Dollar Tree. And you're just simply going to take the pointed end of that skewer and push it into one end of your cork. And you can leave them long, but if you want to cut them a little bit shorter, depending on the height of your plant, you need some heavy-duty scissors, or I love these. They're 10 snips. You can find them at Walmart for only $5. I'll link them down below. I talk about them all the time because they are so great for popsicle sticks and thin wood, even metal. It cuts through like butter, so easy. Then once you have that complete, it's ready to add to your garden. So as you can see, we have a really cute tower garden. This is actually my 10-year-old son's garden. He planted all of this and selected all of the plants. And so I made him some cute new garden markers for his garden. You just stick them right into the dirt, and then you know what plants you have once it's time to use them. Up next, we are going to DIY the milk bottle as well, but first let me show you that antique item that I found. They are actually a set of 2 Cortland rackets. Picked them up, they were only $2. Something told me to grab these, take them home, do some research on them, and sure enough, I found some really cool information. So I'm going to put my source link down in the description box below where I found this information, but basically Cortland Line Company was established in 1915 and it primarily manufactured fishing line, and later in World War II it produced parachutes and also medical sutures. And in 1930, it started producing tennis rackets. So how cool is that? The company later sold them out to Wilson Sporting Goods. So this is definitely a cool antique created in the late 1930s, early 1940s. So as far as value goes, I found a couple listings for around $60 to $65 each. However, they were only for single rackets, and I couldn't find one comparable to the one that I actually purchased. So I'm going to say a good guess is probably $65 to $100 worth of value, which I thought was a great find since I paid only $2 at the thrift store. So of course I love thrift flipping, but I also love searching for treasures like this at the thrift store, and this is definitely one of my most prized finds. So next, of course, I said we're going to thrift flip this milk bottle next, and we're going to create a outdoor tiki torch. So I grabbed some of these river rocks from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to throw them into the bottom of this jar, basically because it is very, very large. We're going to be adding some tiki torch oil to the inside of this, and basically what the rocks are doing is 2 things. One, it's going to weight it down for us. It's also going to take up some of that space, so we don't have to use quite so much of that tiki torch fuel on the inside. Super easy. Just add a funnel to the top of the milk bottle and fill it up to not quite the top with your oil. Then you're going to need 3 other items. You're going to need your tiki torch wick, a copper coupling reducer, and also a metal washer. So we're going to take our wick and put it into that coupling reducer, and then we're going to set the washer up against the reducer. And I will make sure to link these items and supplies down in the description box below for you as well to make it easier for you to find if you want to recreate your own tiki torch. So obviously the wick is probably not quite long enough. If it was longer, we get longer life and use out of this tiki torch. but you can find longer wicks online as well. This is just what was at my local store that day. And you just light it and you have an instant tabletop tiki torch. Now, of course, you want to be very careful where you put this. You don't want it around pets or kids that could easily knock it over. You want to make sure it is secure and safe. Love whenever thrift flips can be useful and also cute, like the last one, but so is this next one. I found this solar powered lantern at the thrift store for $3. Brought it home, and unfortunately the solar light did not work, but I knew I could take this apart and there was going to be a battery in here, so we're going to try and fix this light with some new batteries. So we're just going to pop the top off of here, the bottom off of there, put a new battery in. I tested it out. Luckily it worked, so I went ahead and added the screws back in, and you can see here now our light is now fixed and working. So now we can move on to the lantern part of this. One tip with thrift flips is I always mention to make sure they are clean and disinfected. I like to use Microban for that. Just clean it up really well. Mine even had some cobwebs in it, so it was definitely in need of a good cleaning. And then we're going to take some Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree and just stick it right down in the bottom of the lantern. These are also some air plants, some succulents from the Dollar Tree that I'm sticking down in there. And this is going to give me a cute little planter effect with the solar light on top. You could also put live plants in here. You could put a flower pot in there and have live plants as well. And this is what it looks like during the daytime. Pretty stinking cute. But of course at nighttime, when you have that solar effect, the light comes on and it gets bright and lights up the inside and the plants for you too. Now, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to get a different solar light. Mine looked pretty dim, so I had to turn on some other outdoor lights for you to see it. So still gonna have to work on this project in the future. This is another $3 thrift store find. It said hanging lights. They look like little hooks with tea light holders on the bottom, so I snatched these up. We're gonna pair this with a Dollar Tree wreath. Once I got these home though, I did kind of separate them out into the different heights, trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with these. These would be pretty hanging in a tree by themselves, to be honest with you. But I thought it'd be fun to make a little hanging chandelier. So these are brass wreath rings from Dollar Tree. They come in a set of 3. We're actually going to be using the bigger sized one here. They come gold. I really wanted mine to all match and flow. So since my tea light holders were black, went in and spray painted my metal ring black too, just like this. Obviously, make sure to flip it over, do the other side too. We're gonna need some kind of metal hook to hold our chandelier up. So I had this metal hanging basket from Dollar Tree, pulled the metal chains off of there. I had to think of what it was called. And it's got a hook at the top too. And we're gonna attach that onto this metal wreath that we just created. Now, Dollar Tree also carries these chains by themselves. So if you can't find the hanging baskets, look for the chains in the packages that are hanging up. And just like that, we have the basis of our chandelier. So I had a little hook up underneath our porch already from Dollar Tree too. It's like a command style hook. Hung my chandelier up, and then I had this thought. Of course, we could put Dollar Tree tea lights into these holders, but I found these really cool tea lights on Amazon. I'll link them down below. They actually are powered by a remote. So watch, you'll see here. There's an on and off switch. There's also a timer on it. So if you just want to set it and forget it, then it'll turn off and on for you even. But it is so easy. That way you don't have to take each individual tea light out of these holders and turn them on and then pop them back out to turn them off. So it just made things in life a lot easier. The tea lights sit right in those little holders I found at the thrift store. And I just used the little hooks that were already on there and slid them onto this metal hanger and put the tea lights in there. It was just simple, easy, quick, inexpensive, all the good things. Very pretty during the daytime, but of course I'm gonna show you what this looks like at nighttime too. It really just is as simple as pulling out your remote, hitting the on button and all those tea lights pop on for you, give you this really cool ambiance for the outside. But I think this would be so cool at Halloween time too. Kind of gives you that eerie kind of vibe as well with the hanging tea lights. And then here's one more look at it during the daytime. Next, I always love hitting the craft area at the thrift store. I found these cool wooden coaster style shapes for only $1 for a set of 4. And I got this new machine. It's an X-Tool M1. I will link it down below. I think they have deals off and on. Not sponsored. It's just a tool I'm obsessed with now. It cuts vinyl and it also has a laser diode in it, so it will cut wood and a lot of different materials and will also engrave a lot of different materials. So this is the design, a couple of the designs that I picked. We are obsessed with honeybees because of our puppy Honey, so we're going with a honeybee theme outside. And I found these files on creativefabrica.com. I'll link that down below too. I do have a promo code for you there. It's $4.99 a month for unlimited downloads of files like SVG files, which is what I'm using here. SVG files are the same files that you use with a Cricut machine or a vinyl cutting machine, so you can use these files to cut vinyl or HTV, or you can load them into this M1 file or M1 program and use them as engraver files. So it did take about 10 minutes for each one of these coasters to engrave. Not too bad at all. It literally like burns the wood and design into the wood for you. So cool. Like I said, I'm totally obsessed. So those are the first 2. Of course, I had 4 coasters total, so I did 2 more. And the last one, because of the wood grain, it didn't do the best job. So I'm gonna have to remember that for future projects, maybe even sand them down a little bit before I actually wood burn them, but they came out super cute still. Since we're gonna use these as coasters, I came in with some polyacrylic. It's a water-based sealer, and we're just gonna put that onto all of the wood, front and back, sides, top and bottom. And I actually did 2 coats too, just to make sure they were good and sealed. They're gonna be outside. And then these are cork sheets you can find at Dollar Tree. They have an adhesive back to them. Just peel off the paper backing, set your wood shape onto the cork. And then this is a cutting mat from Dollar Tree. I'm taking an X-Acto knife and just running it around the wood so that way it just cuts and forms to the shape of the wood and gives us a nice backing to our coaster. These turned out so cute. If you don't have an M1 or a laser cutter like that, you can also just draw a design on, paint a design on, put vinyl stickers on there, whatever you have or want to create with or have to create with. I'm just obsessed with this new machine, so anything I can create with it, I have been lately, and I'm just loving this. So cute for our new patio outside. Now, I know I promised I would flip this in this video. However, I have a really cute idea for this for fall. So if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss this come fall time. I also found these great cookie cutters that are Christmas. Grabbed those. We're going to be thrift flipping over on the Cozy Christmas Cottage channel, my Christmas channel. If you're not subscribed over there, head to the description box. Subscribe if you love Christmas. You don't want to miss out on all the goodies that are soon to come. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Let me know which one of these projects was your favorite down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Have a creative day.